was saying, you know what I'm saying, the grays, you know what I'm saying, it's like, it's familial, you know what I'm saying, it's like, there's like a lineage, there's like an extraterrestrial lineage, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, the beings that you know what I'm saying, Yaldabaoth created, you know what I'm saying, he could be seen as, you know, he was born from Sophia, she was like, you know what I'm saying, the lowest position aeon, which means she was actually more corporeal than those ones who were more incorporeal. And, you know, the Father is the Alpha. He made all those spiritual, you know what I'm saying, quickened worlds. But he is Yaldabaoth, reincarnated, to come down here to create the lower worlds below the what's called the Glyphoth, or the filter, is what the Hebrew text calls it. And so all the pleasures are here. So where they could go in their ascension, you can only ascend into those spiritual endeavors as long as you've gotten all those physical pleasures out of the way, so that there's no temptation later on. So all the beings that fail, they fail down here because the Heavenly Father knew. He was like, these are the weak ones. These are the ones that might actually fall prey to their physical inclinations and want to have sex. So let's go ahead and get this shit out the way. We can put it like, it's written like, yo, you're damned to hell. And it is. It's a reincarnation cycle. It's like, you can't get out of this shit. You might be reborn many 144,000 times, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? But the reality is that, you know what I'm saying, these beings who were conceived by Sirius B parents, you know, the beings that we call the Greys, they were conceived by Sirius B parents, and their parents were having competitive sex. Like, you know, the woman is real masculine. She's like, I'm gonna fuck my brother, he's gonna come. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, she's gonna come. It's like, you know, all's fair in love and war. Like, you know, that green soldier shit. So it's like, they're like competitive, and then once the female conceived, she's like, well, damn, I busted a nut. And, you know, having sex, when woman orgasms, that facilitates her becoming pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but, you know, most it helps. So these women are like penis envious. They're like, he got me. He won. Fuck that shit. I ain't having this baby. No, the fuck I ain't. He made me come. Oh, fuck that shit. No, I ain't. And so they'll try to abort the baby. They'll try to abort the baby out of their, you know what I'm saying, resilience to try to deny that he made her come. You know what I'm saying? So it ends up being where these children were aborted, and they were aborted by Sirius B parents, but they were relegated to live on Sirius C. So you have Sirius B and Sirius C are binary stars, and they revolve around each other. I smell the smoke, so I'm trying to stop this shit. And then Sirius A is the sun. So what happens is these beings were allowed to be reborn down here, but you can only be reborn based upon a sin, like saying if they were conceived or destroyed in some sinful manner, only by a similar sin are they allowed to come back. Like saying if somebody committed a sin and it killed a being, only that same sin committed somewhere else allows them, or allows that porthole or door of possibility and opportunity for them to actually be reborn again. So it's like they're angry at the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, like they love their Sirius B parents more than they love their actual carnal, because Sirius B, that's spiritual shit. They're all good. They can do whatever they want. There are no rules against them that apply down here. They're incorporeal beings. They don't really have a corporeal. This is the lowest point of existence. Down here is where blood is. Blood is down here. This shit is real. The Lord runs this shit. He'll keep you alive down here if you're of his lineage. The other ones, you ain't got to be of his lineage. He can benefit you in all ways, but these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They throw caution to the wind until they're dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they hate the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that they had to be reborn to these, you know what I'm saying, to the beings made in the image of the Lord God down here below the Glyphoth, or the filtration from that light from Sirius A here, which is what we call a sun. There's no sun out there. There's only that, you know, that filtration between the firmament, or the loose firmament. He is those ice crystals. Lucifer is those ice crystals that filter out that light, which allows us to get sunlight, because it would burn us otherwise. But it don't burn them. They fell down here and was like, oh, this is shit y'all been talking about? Man, this is bullshit. But we down here were like, yo, we're like, Yaldabaoth made us. He's the alpha, but he made us, and what we are is a commodity. They're like a future version of us after shit got fucked up and people have escaped to a higher realm of quicker understanding and existence, you know, on other places. You know what I'm saying? Serious, you know what I'm saying? Candace Major, whatever. But down here, it's goddamn smoke. See, they're trying to stop me. They hate this shit. So they hate the fact, you know, the Greys are like, well, damn, yo, you know, we're down here and our real parents aborted us. They hate the fact that they want their real parents, but we're the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, they came through to be, you know, because of their mothers trying to get back at their parents if their father's down here. Like, baby, look, he busting up real fast, you know, because they're sexually competitive. So as it is, they're looking at us like, you know, this motherfucker is our father, and no matter how much dirt we do to him, he's like a Baphomet. You know, we don't understand how he's so understanding. It's like, and so with other people, it's like, you know what I'm saying, they feel like super beings or super creatures, like saying that we will allow ourselves to be sexually available to them, but we don't make them do anything. They follow their own sexual urges, and we are totally available. That's what happened to the Jews, like in Europe. They were like, yo, Hitler got mad at us saying that, you know, we took over the shit. We were like maids and butlers, and we allowed ourselves to be sexually available. And then they started having mixed breed children that resembled those who they worked for. So it was like the lines between who was actually German and who was actually a German hybrid that was really a gray from South Africa, they were blurred and people could not tell. And then but those who were grays, they knew who they were, and the wealth of the country shifted to their favor because they were aware of it. Where the Germans was just like, well, we don't give a fuck. You know, we get some good ass goddamn sex. These some bad ass bitches. Yo, these bitches fuck forever. They're like nymphs. These gray women are like nymphs, but they're like kind of musky. But that's just what they are. I mean, I can't knock them. But the reality is that cleanliness is next to godliness, and if you fall prey to that, like, you know what's ungodly. If you follow your lower vibrational sexual inclinations and you smell that and you're like, man, this is just not me. Like, two funky motherfuckers ain't gonna smell no stink. Like, to them, they don't stink to each other. They only stink to us. Like, I'm saying they stink. They don't stink to each other. They only stink to me because I'm not what they are. Which means that if I allow myself to be with one of them, then that means that would be me fulfilling their accusation of me, like saying that he's our father and he's granted us mercy, that we're spiritually reborn through his ancient form. But we don't co-sign that if we can get him to, like, to have sex with one of our kind. Like I said, he preaches, but he does not follow that which he preaches. So it's like, they do certain things to try to, make themselves available to me, but I'm not fucking nobody. I'm like a Baphomet in a way. Anyway, sort of, kind of, but not really. But my nose is not dipping down like that goat. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is that, that's their mentality. Like I say, though, they're familial lineages of, what they call Lucifer, or, the light bearer, in the sense that he's an indigenous being to hear. He was allowed to go and live amongst the other star homes that these, beings from, they amalgamated as E pluribus unum out of many different species. They all lived on, the Nibiru, and they came here to live, and they left, and they destroyed shit to make sure the shit didn't get out of control. They was like, by the time they end up, leaving here, they had humanity's numbers to a point where it was like, yo, by the time they finished filling the earth up, they got to work together. So it was like, it was such a process that was put before them to be a hurdle for them that they would not be allowed to actually fuck the planet up. But guess what? Motherfuckers work together like a Tower of Babel, they get some shit done, especially the Greys. They're like ants in a way, sometimes. And they work together to get some shit done, so it's like, and certain ant hills are actually placed in certain places where it's like they can actually allow for better drainage. It's like masonry. Like, poor masonry will allow for water to build up under the actual architecture. Fucks up shit. It's like when you're walking on cobblestone, a road made of bricks, and the shit rises up because the feng shui was not anticipated correctly for it to be done properly. You know what I'm saying? And my grandfather was my aunt told me, she said he built bridges, and the bridges are still standing today. I was like, and right now I'm like, I burn bridges because I say shit like when I'm there, like, his grandfather built bridges, but Ken, he burns bridges. He built with brick. Ken burned down wood. Like, my penis is wood, and like, Ken gonna give you disease. He got a disease. I wish I could make them think I had a disease. They still probably want it. But like, girl, he don't even stink, girl. But if he had a disease, that means his penis is on fire. That means he might smell like some burnt wood. Put that fire on me. Because these are like alien chicks. These chicks are insatiable. That's why you hear about, Hindu stories, they say, yes, and we hear stories about these dark-skinned women. But the Greys are like golden dark-skinned. They're still black. They're like gold over black. They're that oil. You know what I'm saying? We are the light. We are the earth angels. We are the light. We are a light that came from the alpha down here, like saying that, if you ever seen that, fuck it, the goddamn mean blood, right? So if I say goddamn, I mean God blood, it means Adam. Adam, he said, hey, damn. So we're the ones who he created, like, what was the movie, The Strain? They be like, he didn't give him the blood, he just gave him the white. We're that. Like tonight, I was walking and my feet got hot as hell. I was wearing black socks. I can't wear black. I have to wear light socks. I create too much, I am a light. I create too much heat. The darker beings are more reptilian. They don't create a lot of heat. They have straight hair to trap in the little heat they make. When you have, but see, the Greys are hybrids. When they have that real woolly hair, they don't really go bald all the time, but sometimes they can. Just put on the breed. That curly hair is to release heat like a sheep with wool. They release heat, so they're like the sheep, but sheep don't eat no meat. But they are misled by goats. And that's why I say that the Greys should be raised in temples to where they're actually like the Nation of Islam. They got to be raised in such a way where they're actually not really forced. Yet that you got to force them to do the right thing. If you don't force them to do the right thing, then they can possibly choose the wrong thing due to them seeing a short-sighted benefit in what they're doing. It's like selling drugs, thinking you can sell drugs all your life. Or at least we don't say we thought that until now. Everybody's doing this shit. I mean, I would never sell drugs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you sold drugs, you wouldn't be out here now. But I would never do that. That's not. I'm not. I made a firm decision a long time ago. I said, you know what? I don't like the fact of what it does to people. You know, I started seeing people looking all fucked up and shit. I'm like, man, I'm like, I know this person back before they started using drugs. They were a real beautiful person. And now they don't care about nothing in life but the damn drug. And it just fucked them up. And then I was like, yo, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to do something to stop this shit. So I wanted to be a police officer. And now everyone hates me. He's a snitch. Kid's a goddamn snitch. He a goddamn snitch. I'm like, yo, what I do is to help you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? People do things, and sometimes a bad person can make a good intention. Sometimes one bad person can make one good intention just be shattered. That's not me. I'm just saying, you know, he's a crooked cop. There's some out here that do some bullshit. But I wouldn't have been one of them. They'd be like, yes, you would have. Some chick would have offered you a nice piece of pussy, and you'd have been like, step into my office. And she'd be like, when I step into your office, you step into my Oval Office, where these ovaries is. You scramble these eggs. What time is it? It's 5:30 a.m. Time for you to scramble these eggs. Let me stop. I'm done. But no, I would never do shit like that. But my point, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know what I'm saying, these beings, they want to accuse people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but I ain't gonna lie. It's beyond their capacity. Now, some of them are actually aligned properly with that type of mentality. They're in the nation. But those who are outside, you know, the Bible says that outside are dogs, and those who make the lie and loveth it. You know, those who love to make a lie, and they love doing that shit. You know, even William Cooper said that when the Greys are like plants, so they actually good at absorbing toxins, so they can actually smoke and drink. It's relative to here. There are other beings that would be like, yo, you smoking and drinking as a super being, you still fucking yourself up, like saying that I'm so goddamn powerful, like saying that y'all might can smoke and drink and conquer the beings that are here, like people like me. But there are other beings who are like, yo, you might want to use the best of your abstaining potential